Welcome back to another episode of Dad's Den Tech Reviews, the tech review channel where we focus on helping you guys work smarter, not harder. And today is no different. Today we are reviewing a speaker from TrebLab. It is the HD Max, this big bad boy right here. So if you guys are in a market for a nice outdoor, indoor portable speaker with a lot of sound and bass, we're going to find out if this is the product for you. Now, I must admit, we do like TrebLab over here at Dad's Den Tech Reviews. Ken and I both use TrebLab headphones, the Z2, I believe they're called, on a regular basis. He uses it on this channel as well as his main Dad's Den channel. So Dad's Den Media Team really loves it. I actually use it on my personal reaction channel as well. Let's do this reaction. So I use these on regular. I actually have two pairs. I have one that I use here in the studio, and that's the studio, my office, and the other one that I use while I'm outside mowing the lawn and stuff because it's noise canceling. But that's not what we're here for today. We're actually here for this, the HD Max. And this wasn't actually the video for today. This video was supposed to be later on because if you guys look behind me, I have a bunch of different speakers from TrebLab. I have the HD7, which is a very small speaker, the HD77, which is a little larger, and then the HD Max. But I was going to start from smallest to largest and work my way up. But I started using the HD Max about a week ago while working outside in the yard, getting the yard ready for my son's birthday party because my wife was testing out one of these and she left it in the car. I was like, you know what? Let me try the HD Max, see what it's all about. And I love the speaker. I know I'm saying it early. We didn't even get to the intro yet, but I do love this speaker. And I was so excited about it. So I scrapped those other videos. They're recorded, just not edited. And I figured, let me dive right in with this bad boy while it's fresh in my mind because I used it for a week outside. We did a socially distanced birthday party for my son, and it was great. But before I get ahead of myself, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the Dad's Den family. This is Dad's Den Tech Reviews, where we focus on helping you guys work smarter, not harder. But let's hit the intro and let's get into this. Welcome back, people. My name is Darren, and this is Dad's Den Tech Reviews. And today, like I said, we have a speaker from TrebLab. It is the HD Max, and it is a big boy. It's really large. Well, not really large. It's still portable, solid, sturdy. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over our normal routine where we talk about the features, the performance, the value, and if it gets the Dad's Den stamp of approval. And what the Dad's Den stamp of approval is, if you guys forgot, it looks something like this. And what it really means is that it meets our standards for something that has a good value, you get a good bang for your buck, it's a quality product, and we would actually buy it ourselves. I'll kind of jump the gun here. I'll let you guys know straight off the back, it does get the Dad's Den stamp of approval because I actually bought a second one, and I'll tell you exactly why. But this video is not sponsored by TrebLab, so this is still going to be an honest opinion of what I like and don't like about the product. And I'll drop a link to how you guys get it yourself. But otherwise than that, let's dive right into this review. All right, so obviously we first start off with the design and features on every video. And it is pretty much a cylinder. It's not too much for it. It's heavy. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is. Let me see if I can find out how much it actually weighs. It weighs almost 6 pounds. So it is something a little substantial, and it's kind of big. But what ends up happening is very simple, straightforward. There's only 4 buttons on it. The power button, also the pairing button, volume up, volume down, play button. It has 2 little hooks here because in the box it actually comes with some straps that I cannot seem to find right now for some odd reason, shape. Oh, here they are. It does come with some straps so that you can actually strap it together and put it on your shoulder. So I usually have the straps on as I take it around the backyard. As well as it does come with, if you look at the bottom, it actually has the charging port as well as a audio jack, as well as a USB port, because this can actually charge your device as well. Now, it is a USB-C charging port to actually charge the device. It actually charges pretty quickly. I charged it up this week and it went by pretty good. It states it has a 20-hour battery life, and I would actually agree with it because I used it a lot over the past week and I only had to charge it once. And I was working outside from about 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. My son's birthday party started at 3, ended at 5. I was still using the speaker until 6 o'clock that evening, and it still had charge. And that was actually as it was charging my phone so that we could kind of keep it going. It says it has a 33 feet signal range. I don't know if 33 feet is accurate because I don't have that big of a backyard, and if the phone wasn't really that close to it, it did struggle sometimes connecting, and I had to kind of put it back together, which is not a big deal. Usually the source is going to be pretty close to it anyway, especially if you're going to be charging. It is water resistant at IPX6, which I can actually confirm because I was actually watering the lawn and I sprayed it a couple times by accident and it was perfectly fine. It's like nothing ever happened, so it worked out really well. There are 3 different modes of playing. There's an outdoor mode, bass heavy mode, as well as an indoor mode. You're supposed to, reading directions, just press this button or hold it like 3 times and then you'll see lights flickering. I wasn't actually able to get it to work. I couldn't figure it out. I just kept turning it off. So I might be doing it wrong. I just have to read the directions over again to kind of make sure I'm doing it right. I don't know what mode it was on, but whatever mode it was on, it was nice and loud, crisp. You get the deep bass audio. It was great. It takes about 5 hours to charge, it says on the website, which I could believe because when I charged it up, I probably charged it for maybe 4 hours one morning and I was good to go. So it is a quick charge type thing. You don't have to worry about it all day. It is USB-C. Now it's rated at a 50-watt sound power. It has 2 subwoofers. I believe it has 4 audio drivers. I believe, let me check to see. Yes, 4. And another feature about the HD Max is that you can actually pair 2 of these bad boys together and do a stereo mode, which is great. You can only pair it with another HD Max. You can't pair it with any of their other speakers. It has to be another HD Max. It's a quick connect Bluetooth connection. I didn't really have too many problems with it actually connecting. If you need to connect to the other device, I would recommend turning the Bluetooth off on your main device and then trying to connect at that point, but it connects really quickly and quick. My wife actually was the person that noticed. She was like, geez, this actually connects quick. And I was like, hey, if it works, it works. Let's do it. But those are pretty much all the features. I'll have them popping up on the screen right now. But let's go over to the performance side of things. I kind of dabbled in it a little bit already, but let's really dive into it. Performance. Fantastic. Fantastic. That is the main reason I'm actually buying a second one, to actually do in a pairing mode. Because as an outdoor speaker, it is a great speaker to use. You're going to see a decrease in battery depending on how high you turn the volume up and if you're charging your source. But if you keep it at a fairly reasonable level, especially like me, I don't really do the whole noise pollution thing. I don't want to disturb my neighbors. I don't want everyone to, just be forced to listen to what I listen to. I kept it fairly low, maybe about 30 to 40% max volume. And it lasted a very long time. I don't see unless you're really partying, that's probably the only reason you're going to use it at 100%. But this speaker is great. It charges my phone very well. It actually charged it pretty quickly too as well, because I was kind of dead when I actually plugged it in. But you will see a decrease in the battery of this when you're actually doing all that extra stuff. Now, the Bluetooth connects really quickly. Once you turn it on, you hit a doom, the chime, and it really is connected at that point. Everything's good to go. So if you are going to connect a new device or a new source to it, I do recommend you taking off the Bluetooth on your main device and then turning on, because otherwise it's automatically going to try to connect to that old device, which is fine. Like I said, I haven't been able to get the volumes, the sound modes to change. I actually don't know what sound mode I was using, but whatever sound mode I was using, it worked perfectly fine. The audio is nice and crisp. It does a really good job balancing the deep sounds of the bass as well as the highs and the vocals. It gets it all. We normally use HomePods around the house. It's not that quality yet, but for something that's not plugged in and is battery powered, it's fantastic. So if you're taking it out camping, you're going to enjoy it. Hanging out in your backyard, you're going to enjoy it. I don't know if you want to take it to the beach because it might, depending on what type of beach you go to, you might just be a little loud. Like I said, I'm a little bit more conservative with kind of just letting people enjoy their time as well, to where I don't want to cause any headache and grief for anybody else. But it is something you could take with the carrying case. It makes it easier just to lug around the yard. Once it's on, I just put it on my shoulder and just strapped it in when to go. Worked out great. You could answer, I forgot this part from the features, but you can actually use it as a speakerphone as well. So if you get a call coming in, you can actually answer and talk through it, and it worked perfectly fine. The range is a little shaky. I walked away from the when I unplugged my phone, and actually walked away from it to throw out the trash, which was around the corner from my house. Well, not like around the corner, not around the corner, but yeah, you know what I mean. It did start to kind of lose its connection a little bit, so I had to kind of quickly run back to kind of just make sure it stayed connected. So 33 feet, I don't really know if that's really the case, but to be honest with you, if you're going to be using this, you're probably going to be pretty close to the source anyway and plugged in, whether this is plugged in or your device is plugged in. It does have an aux cable, so you could definitely use that still if you don't want to use a Bluetooth connection, which is perfectly fine. It worked well as well because I plugged it into my computer and it worked great. So this, as for the waterproof, I would definitely say it works because I splashed it several times and it just kept on going like nothing ever happened. It dried really quickly. Here's the one subwoofer here, other subwoofer there. I varied the way I was using it. If I didn't have anything plugged in, I laid it down flat like this. I like the audio better like this because I think it just gives a good chance to get everything to kind of pass through the right way. But when it was plugged in, I just had it standing upright like this, which was perfectly fine. It works out great. So now we're going to go over the pricing. How much is the HD Max from TrebLab? Normally it's $199, but it's right now on sale on Amazon for $179.99, which I would actually buy, and I actually just ordered a second one just so we could use it outside because I redid my backyard and we want to spend a lot more time out there with the pool and stuff. It's fantastic, man. I definitely would recommend it for that price. I have seen it cheaper. I actually think I seen it at $169 last week, but I didn't catch that sale. So they are on sale now, so definitely make sure you check it out if you guys are interested in it, because I do think you're going to get the value for your money. It's honestly really rugged too. It's a really hard plastic. It was on concrete, it was on grass, and it still looks brand spanking new. And I've used their headphones outside before, and unlike the Beats I've had and used outside, the air cuffs didn't come apart. It's fantastic. So this is something that I would say, I would spend the money for because I am spending the money for it again. But it's a good speaker, and let's go over the overall experience. All right, obviously you guys already know by now that, and I said it earlier, that this speaker does get the Dad's Den stamp of approval. I really enjoyed it. The family enjoyed it. Most importantly, the wife enjoyed it. The wife has wireless speakers from all over the place, from Anchor to other unknown places, from Amazon. She's always buying wireless speakers, trying to find something that she really enjoys because she loves music and she loves taking her music around outside while she's in the front gardening. All that stuff she really enjoys, especially when we're on road trips. We go to the beach. We go to our my mother's house down in Jacksonville, Florida, and just spending time outside. She really enjoys her speakers, and she really loved this speaker. Loved it. So if she enjoys it, I enjoy it, which is great. And she actually gave the go ahead to allow me to buy the second one, which was even fantastic. So I do recommend it, and it does get the Dad's Den stamp of approval. Now, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. If you're interested in the speaker, I'm going to drop the link to it in the description so you guys can click on it yourself. Check us out at www.dadsdenmedia.com. The website's still a work in progress, but we're getting it all together, making it all work, and it's going to be a fantastic experience for you guys. We're just trying to do our best to get you guys the information you need, but be on the lookout because the HD7 is coming up and the HD7, which is TrebLab's trio of speakers. So be on the lookout. I'm gonna release each of those once a week. So next week I'll have the HD7, and the week after that I'll do the HD7, or I'm gonna switch it depending on how I feel. But you know, that's what to expect. Definitely check us out. Check it out on Amazon. But until next time, have a good one, people.